but I don't see how you have internet at all. And I'm going, well, it's been kind of slow. I mean, a little bit of an issue, but you know, we are in the country. Hi, this is Thesia of Ellis Family Farms, and boy, have we been getting some rain. In a 4-day period, I just added it up. We've gotten over 8 inches of rain. And that's adding to all the mess that we've had, like on the last video I showed you, where we're trying to get caught up on weeding and mowing and all that other stuff. But it kind of worked out in some ways because it was quite dry before. We hadn't had any rain for a couple weeks, you know, which doesn't sound like a lot, but actually it is. But so after the first round of rain, Tom and I got out here and we got a bunch of the garden weeded, and it looks, well, it looks better, but it's not great. But that's part of life, I guess. At least now you can see the tomato plants, because we saw in the last one how tall it was. And you can actually see some tomatoes coming in. And I had shown you where my broccoli had bolted, and I started pulling up. And then I thought, well, you bonehead, can't collect seeds if you don't let it. I mean, it's already bolted, so let them collect seeds. Yeah, these are stick tights. They're pretty little white flowers when they first grow, and then they turn into these little things that stick to your clothes and it's a pain in the neck. So I decided not to pull the rest of the broccoli, and hopefully I can learn how to get seeds from that. Oh, I wonder what's going on with this one cabbage. I got one cabbage just looking kind of rough. I don't know. But a couple of them, and I've never had them actually get as far as to actually make a head. So to me, this is a little bit exciting. And oh my gosh, I guess Tom had forgotten that there were onions underneath all that mess, and that's where he threw a bunch of the weeds. So I've got to get in there and take care of that. And this is what we were able to get out of the other part of the garden, the actual, what I call the main garden. See, the pigweed, I've got to mow this or something. At least this is not a true garden area yet, but yeah. But we got it where it counts right now. We've got some blooms, and I don't know, the broccoli. These broccolis are looking kind of like something's eating on them pretty good. But yeah, at least we got most of the weeds. I mean, the high growth weed stuff too. I haven't checked I got some peppers. Trying to get some growth on them. I think these are bell peppers. I'm pretty sure they are. And I don't know, the tomatoes are looking a little bit curly leafed, so I'm not sure why on that. But like I said, at least they're getting plenty of water for sure, and they got some sunlight again. So maybe things will start looking better and perking up a little bit. We'll have to see, but at least we got the vast majority of the weeds up and out where they can breathe again. Trying a different angle on these guys. Okay, I've had even more losses of these guys. Like I said, I originally had 20 of the barred rock, and I'm down to 8. Shoot, I had written it down, and I think I got 15 of the meat birds, the Cornish cross, left after having 25 in the beginning. And if you look, I've got some poults in there too. I've got 6 white broad-breasted and 2 of the bronze broad-breasted turkey poults. And so I was actually very happy to get them. And what was really cool though is I put these birds out this morning, and then I put the feed out there. And I see where they've been into the feed since then, but when I first put them out, I was watching and make sure everybody's doing okay, make sure that my dog doesn't get them. In fact, I see a hole over there I need to plug up. But after I put these little birds out here, none of them went for the feed. They all went for the grass and ran around and had a good time. And I thought that was really cool. And you can still see them. They're all still working on this grass. They love clover. And so, in fact, that's why it's so bare over there, because they've been working on the clover, but not so much on this other grass. That's kind of cool. It's interesting. You guys all know, who are in homesteading community and stuff, you also know that getting some of this stuff has been really difficult. Well, it doesn't make a difference if they're in the homesteading community or not. You know, getting supplies has been difficult. And I worked and tried to get some chicks at different times and some poults at different times. And the earliest I could get any poults, and I went through 5 different hatcheries, and I could not get turkey poults until August. Well, that doesn't make them ready in time for Thanksgiving or basically Christmas. I don't know. It's according to how long you want to keep them, let them to go and stuff. So I thought, well, okay, but I've got to have the turkey for my own meat because I can't eat beef anymore and pork and all that other stuff. But sorry, one of the chicks. It's cool to watch little chicks that have a little bit of energy. Even the Cornish cross, when they're little like that, they've got energy. Especially since I had them locked up in the brooder for several days because of the rain, And the only reason I'm out here now, there's one of the reasons I have them out here now is because we're getting a reprieve from the rain for a couple hours or a few hours, and I knew they would enjoy having a little bit of grass, but I'm going to put them back because we got more rain coming. So back to what I was saying, I couldn't get turkey poults. And I wanted to get some heritage so I could start doing my own, because I'm trying to become a little more self-sufficient. I'm trying to get to where I'm not relying on Cornish cross and relying on broad-breasted turkeys and stuff. But I could not get it. But all 5 of the sites that I go to said that they're out of stock for 2021. And I thought, okay, well, I've got I think it's 15 poults coming in August. Okay, I can live with that. And then I went to Atwood's. It's kind of like a Tractor Supply, but it's there in Claremore. And there just happened to be 6 white and 2 bronze turkey poults left. And I thought, how's that do for my math? Pretty darn good. I need the meat anyway. And I bought all of their turkey poults, and I'm very happy about that. And they've been doing well. Of course, they would already eaten and stuff because they were at that farm store and knew how to eat. But it was kind of cool that now I can put them all together here. Of course, the Cornish cross will be coming out first, and I'm going to have to find some place to put these little barred rocks until they're able to hold their own whenever I put them over there with bigger birds. And then the turkey poults will have a place. They'll be in here too. And I've ordered a net to go around this, and I'm probably implementing that eventually. Not right now, they're all too little, but when all these birds start outgrowing, and especially the meat birds and stuff, the poults and the meat birds, I'll put a net around this, electric net fencing, and then then they can have more room to move around. I still move them twice a day or once a day or whatever, like I was on the previous ones. But it should be kind of nice if they want to be able to get out and roam some more, then they can. And that I'm looking forward to implementing that, and they should make all the birds happier. It is cool to see them running around and playing and enjoying themselves in the grass, though. It's kind of fun to watch them. When I say I have losses, though, I have not found any more dead, so I'm not having any losses like that where they've passed from whatever was wrong. They're just disappearing, so that indicates to me, well, I'm pretty sure I didn't have a hole plugged, and that day, I think I saw Beethoven crunching on one of my little barred rocks, but the rest of them, I don't know where they're going. I don't know what's happening with them, but it's slowed down, thank God. So far, the last 3 or 4 days, it's been better, so that's good. My internet's been going in and out, and the reason is, I'll show you just a minute. We have line of sight internet, and ours is on top of the barn right there, and it goes to the camper. And it was a kind of a windy day, not too windy, but kind of a windy day, and I was hearing some popping and groaning and stuff. Apparently the bracket that holds that in place is loose or something, and it's flopping. So my internet comes and goes, like literally within seconds, according to which way the wind is blowing and how hard it's blowing. So, and that's kind of working out, honestly, in a way, because that, like I said, only does the camper, and I need to get internet for the trailer. So I've got scheduled to have that repaired because I'm still not quite ready to get into there yet. And then I got to have it hooked up for the trailer house, and they have to do, of course, they have to do a survey for line of sight and stuff. And I've got that scheduled. I can't remember what day I haven't heard what day they're coming out to do that, but I'm going to get some internet on the trailer house, and I may temporarily have internet in both places. It's going to be a little bit expensive, but because I still don't know what's going on with my furnace. Finally, I have somebody coming in July. I've got somebody coming in mid-July to come and look at my furnace to get the, hopefully put the orifice in for me, and to look at the furnace, make sure it's, inspect it and clean it or whatever they need to do with it. So I've got somebody coming in mid-July to doing that. So that's, again, on hold, but at least it's scheduled and in the works. So the internet is in the process of being switched over, eventually, and the furnace is going to be checked, and that will make a difference. Like I've said in the past, it'll make a difference on what I do for heating and air on the trailer house. But at least it's not completely stalled, and we're going, so when are we going to do this? I don't know. So it's getting there, and I'm glad for that. Kinsey has recently discovered that she has a pretty nice little green thumb, and I think she's done a good job. Of course, she's got weird names for these plants, but she bought these before school was out. She bought this one, and maybe those two. I can't remember what she got, and they're just really thriving under her care. So she didn't learn that from me. I think she says she got it, and I believe so. I believe she got it from her mother. Her mother does stuff like that. Give that a little bit more room. But yeah, this little succulent plant's looking really good, and the hen and chicks, that's looking pretty good too. But she takes care of them. I do not, but she does leave my towels laying around. And I realized I never showed you my new freezer, and I want to show this to you. And it's one of the big ones, and I was glad. Let's see if I can get it over. There it is. And look at all this meat, and there's room for more. So yes, I got all my chickens back here and ready to eat, and I'm glad for that. And it's a beautiful freezer. I've been needing this for a while, but I've got it, and I'm happy, because this is going to help us with the turkeys. It's going to help us with venison this fall. I don't know. It's not. I'm sure it's not going to hold all of that everywhere, but it's a big help. Well, I just had kind of an interesting development while I was in there coming out from showing you the freezer. The internet company that we've been using came up, and he went up on the roof of the barn, and he goes, yeah, this was definitely a problem. He goes, and it is loose, and they can fix it. He goes, but I don't see how you have internet at all. And I'm going, well, it's been kind of slow. I mean, a little bit of an issue, but we are in the country. And he goes, no, there's no line of sight. I can't see where your line of sight is. And he goes, so the trees have grown up too much, and he said you are not going to have good internet service for the rest of the summer. He goes, and there's absolutely no line of sight from the trailer house, and he goes, I just can't do it for the trailer house. And so that's going to be a bit of an issue. And so basically he's telling me, he told me, you might have a few more months, maybe 1 year, because he said, because in the wintertime, of course, the trees lose their leaves, and he goes, you'll get some better service there. He goes, but by next summer, you're not going to have internet service. It's like, okay, so my son, who lives, oh my goodness, they live about 6 miles away from here, something like that. They had to go with not only did they have to go with a different service, because my daughter-in-law works from home. She's one of those that works from home, but being extremely rural, they didn't have good internet service there either. And she was having trouble with her job. She needed pretty high-powered internet service, and so they actually had to have a tower built in their yard to accommodate a robust enough internet to help her do her job. And then of course it's one of those things, if you get other people on your same tower, it helps you with your bill. And apparently they've already got a few people that's pinging off their tower. And the lady that was on the phone, I called the company that they go with, and she says actually their tower is one of my options that possibly. So next Tuesday, those guys are coming, and they're going to do a survey then and see if we can get my internet service with them. And so that's cool. I mean, it's better to know now than spend all the money to try to get all the internet switched over there. Well, it was going to have to be where I was going to have to do internet to the trailer house trailer house and the camper for a while. And right now, I can keep the internet with the camper while they're installing it over the trailer house. And and maybe even have both of them for a little while, you know, until then. But yeah, he said that my dish on top of the barn was definitely loose and needed to be repaired, and so they're going to send somebody to fix that too, because that's good. Because that last video that I posted, it took 20 hours for it to upload. And I usually have some trouble anyway with stuff. I mean, because like I said, we're rural. We're out here in the middle of nowhere. And you would think there's no tree. They're getting some trees on our property, but our trees, or lack of trees, are to the west. To the east of us, there's a lot of trees, and to the south, there's some more trees. There are the hills around us, you know, but we don't have a lot of trees on our 40 acres, but there's a lot of trees on the property around us because they have not been dug for coal, essentially, where this place has. But yep, that's kind of interesting. We'll see how it goes, and I will keep you updated and see where am I going to get my internet now. It's after dinner. I wanted to do this video today to kind of give you a little bit of an update on what was going on around here and some of the changes and stuff. And I do have another one I want to show you, but Kenzie has a new puppy, and so I want to show you the new puppy, but she keeps taking the puppy to her friend's house and spending the night. So hopefully I can get a pretty good little video of the new puppy, because she really is cute. And well, this next video, I'll see if I can get some good clips of her and tell you a little bit about our new puppy that my other two dogs don't like. And we'll discuss that on that next video also, because it's kind of funny. I stink. I'm going to get in the shower. Had another snake, and it's kind of funny because I had heard on Jack Spirko's The Survival Podcast that when you have snakes, you can catch them in minnow traps, and he said don't mess with the fabric ones because the snakes will just thrash and tear it up and get out. So we had an old homemade metal one, and we had set it up before we went on vacation and put some eggs in it, some eggs from that original one where we had the broody duck, and we knew she wasn't going to sit on them anymore, so we put them in there as bait. And then when we got back from vacation, the nest was empty and the eggs were gone, and I mean the trap was empty and the eggs were gone. But so we just kind of left it out there, and well, I went out there checking eggs early this evening, and even though there were no eggs in the trap, there was a snake in it. So we were battling getting it out. And you know how when you start messing with snakes, they get to stinking, and because that's kind of one of their deterrents, you know. And so I don't smell very good. And sure enough, I only had one egg today. You know, got 15 chickens and one egg. Well, I don't have 15 chickens anymore. I don't know if the snake bit. I don't know what's going on. I had a hen. She's been acting broody, but I've been kind of, you know, every time I check eggs, I throw her out. You know, not throw her out, you know what I mean. But I don't let her sit. And so yeah, I found her dead in the. So I know she was going to eat and stuff. So I don't know what she died of, but she was a full grown, already laying eggs. So kind of hate that. Yeah. So if you like this kind of thing, well, I don't say I do stink. I'm so ready for a shower. But, you know, at least you know, if you ever wonder about country life and what's going on with it, then you can look here. You can see all the good, bad, and the ugly with it. Because, you know, I do love my life out here, but there's sometimes you just go, oh, another snake. Oh, another animal's die. You know, we don't, you know, I mean, the chicks, we had several losses with the chicks, and I have another one that disappeared today. I mean, they're just gone. And so I don't know. I don't know. But, you know, tomorrow's another day. And so I'll see what I can do. But I would appreciate it if you haven't already to go ahead and like this video and share it with some of your friends so that they can see what it's like out here in the middle of the country and stuff. And subscribe. I think if I already said that, I can't remember. I don't know. But I'll see if I can get you a sunset. I haven't done that in a while either. So, but it's going to be nice. We'll get you a sunset. I get the feeling this is fogging over. I try to get some footage and stuff. We'll see if we can get some puppy tomorrow because she is cute. But regardless of what goes on in your life, what goes on around here, I really want to encourage you to live until you die. And even if you don't agree with what I've got going on around here, I still want you to do what you want to do and get off that couch, turn off that television, quit listening to the programming that they're putting into your head, and live until you die. God bless, guys. We'll see you later.